Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I'm going to put in a bit more work on the Hydra today. We're going to try and move up to hard. I'm going to bring in my main account and try and start to look at epics that can deal with hard Hydra and actually build a team out to kind of show you how this stuff works. So I guess the more you battle Hydra, the more you understand mechanics, the easier it is to start to understand which champions are going to help you out and kind of which gaps you've got in your team. Definitely when you've got a 6-man squad coming in, you need to cover a lot of bases with Hydra because there's so much stuff going on in Hydra mechanics. So I'm going to show you a team suggestion and let's see how we get on. Okay, so for this video, I wanted to keep it all epic. So I did a video a couple of days ago where I said, like, here's some of the best epics in the game to deal with Hydra. And I'm going to specifically look at a non-Shamael team because Shamael kind of just blows everything up at the minute. Even with the change to masteries, he's still like straight up the best epic in the game and one of the best champions in the game because he's able to just continue to cleanse that true fear that you get. So what I've done is I've just kind of thrown in a bit of a mock team into the optimizer, which I'm going to build out. And the thoughts here, I'll just kind of talk you through what each of the champions in this team selection is going to do and why I'd pick them, because then you can try and filter in your own versions of these champions or upgrade to legendaries that you've got that kind of fill the same role, or find another epic or rare that does the same role for you. But what am I looking for? So two things on the right-hand side here. I've got Seeker and I've got Mordecai. They both push turn meter on. Okay, I don't have anyone that applies an increased speed buff because buffs just get ripped away and it's actually pretty problematic if they rip away an increased speed. But turn meter fill, they cannot do anything about that. You just push a turn meter on. There's no negative against Hydra for pushing turn meter on. So I guess just so you're aware, you can't push the turn meter back on the Hydra. You can apply decreased speed. So someone like Mordecai who pushes your turn meter on, pushes enemies back, won't push any enemies back, but he will continue to push yours on. So 2 turn meter boosters for us here. Mordecai is also bringing our damage with a HP burn debuff. And Mordecai places that HP burn, so there's not any sort of affinity issues. You can just place it anywhere where there's not a block buffs ability out. So this is nice. Seeker's also got a cool passive that if we take a big hit, he's going to spread and increase defense across our team, which should give us a bit more survivability. So these two champions doing a lot of work. Madame is coming in for a cleanse of their buffs. Yeah, so cleansing enemy buffs is probably the first boss, I reckon, where this is an important ability to bring in. Yeah, there's a few champions that can do this. Rian the Conjurer would be one, also applies a weaken. Madame, Kaimar is the big favorite on the legendary kind of front, but there's also people like the Sausage, Verdumkar, who a lot of us would have fused and just left in the vault. Actually pretty useful to do this job as well. So there's a few that do it, but I guess what you can do, you can come on to hellhades.com. I was actually looking at a few different things myself earlier, but you can come onto hellhades.com and you can just look for people that do these abilities. So down the right-hand side of the homepage or any champion page, we've got these different segments. So it's actually, yes, it's in here as instant remove buff. I click on this and it will show me the champions in the game that currently do it. So remove buff for the full enemy team or remove a target, whatever. So you can kind of look through here and just think, right, which of these have I actually got? And are they relevant to do other stuff as well? See, here's an interesting one here as well that can do it. So you can come on and do these different abilities or check for these different abilities for yourself in terms of what champions have you got. But Madame does a good job because she's also bringing decreased attack and a decreased defense when she does that buff cleanse. So ripping them all away, replacing it with stuff we actually want. So it's probably the first time really that I'm going to be throwing out Madame as one of the top epics for content, which is an arena, which is pretty cool. I've got Godseeker in here, also does 1 layer of buff removal with her A2. Hits hard, defensive unit, got a passive heal and buffs heals of others, plus brings us a revive. So this is pretty nice. The revive is quite important here because we can take spiky damage. I've got Royal Guard in for enemy max HP nuke. Yeah, so Husk is the other epic that kind of fill in and do this role. Royal Guard is very good here and can do a nuke. Also the builds, which I'll show you soon, You don't need to build them to be super high attack nuke. You can actually build them to be relatively tanky and still get tons of damage away. So Royal Guard comes in pretty clutch. And then I've got Rector. Now, there's really not many. This is the one I was searching for earlier. There's really not many Veil or Perfect Veil champions. The new Fusion needs to be added to this list, who a few of us are going to be getting. And actually, the new Fusion would be great for this fight. Okay, so Duchess is the big one that all the kind of whales are using right now for high-end teams. Rector is probably the next best on the list other than the Fusion. Certainly the best epic on the list, because she also brings a passive heal. And she brings a decreased attack A1, which is not bad in this fight. And then a kind of an outsider, really. Quadrant the Crowns is actually not terrible here for this as well. So his is a bit situational, his Veil, but it might be someone that's sitting in your vault that you can make use of if you don't have a Rector or a Duchess. So he does bring a place of Perfect Veil. It's on a 4-turn cooldown to allies where their attack is higher than their defense. I guess you just need to make sure that that's what it is, if that's what you want from it. Otherwise, you get a block debuffs anyway, which is actually pretty good for your defensive units. So this ability is pretty good, 4-turn cooldown, if you don't have Rector or Duchess or the new Fusion yet. But that's the main reason Rector's in there. Plus, it's a second revive, so I've got 2 revives. I've got an enemy max HP. I've got burns. I've got speed. So I'm thinking this should be quite a cool team on hard. Literally not tried it. This is just me like theory crafting. What do I want in a team? And hoping that it pops out the other end looking solid. Yeah, and that's kind of what I do with this type of team. It's like, what pieces do I need in my team to get the job done? And then I start to look at what champions can fill those roles. And hopefully I'm picking people that can fill 2 roles, 2 things. Yeah, because then you're getting more value out of your champions. Now, I'm just going to give you a little sneak preview here of what is coming to the Optimizer next year. Very sneaky preview. It's not in everyone else's Optimizer yet. It's just in mine and a few others where we're testing it. But we've got Suggest Team coming. So literally you can go in. This is going to be in the new year, and we're still working on the way this works. But I could be like, right, I want to see teams that have got at least 12 million damage. And I want to see the champions that are being used. And then when I find it, I can see what their champion builds are like. This is next level stuff. Next level stuff for the Optimizer, which is going to absolutely blow your mind once it comes through. It's already blowing mine. I might do a little bit of a sneak preview on stream tonight when I'm playing around with some teams as well, so you can kind of see how it works. But watch this space. The Optimizer is going big from January the 1st. Anyway, let's get into some builds. So what we're looking for. So Rector, I'm thinking fast. I'm thinking to bring my accuracy. Again, a little tool that you can kind of get on board with if you want to check what you need. Yeah, so on the website, Raid Shadow Legends, hover over here. Go to the Raid Stages tool. This tool is so underutilized for such an amazing tool. You can literally click any content in the game and find what you're up against. Yeah, so Hydra, Rotation 1 is what we're in now. I'm going to try and take on hard. And then I can see what the stats are of the Hydra heads. So I can see what speeds I'm up against. I can see how much resistance they've got. Therefore, how much accuracy I need. This is one of the most important things that you can be looking at, by the way, on any of this stuff. I can also see what defenses they're running. So what this shows me is for Hydra hard, I need accuracy the same type of level as Nightmare Clan Boss. Yeah, so we're talking like a couple of hundred accuracy should land debuffs basically everywhere. It's not a lot. It's actually not a lot. So this is quite easy to achieve, especially if you're like a mid-game account moving on towards end game. You should definitely be getting there. My free-to-play would be fine for this, like for hard. No problem at all. So, and that's like, what, 170 odd days in. And you can see as you kind of scale up through the different levels, it goes up. And Brutal is probably of the level really of Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss right now in terms of the stats that you want. But then Nightmare, not that many people are there right now, goes up significantly. It's more like hard, high-level Doom Tower type stats that you need. But for this video, we're going to concentrate on hard. So we're going to be looking at pushing my accuracy on my champs to about 215. And then I'm going to be concentrating on stats elsewhere. So I'm actually over-egging it here on this accuracy. So I want 215 on my accuracy. I want to be pretty quick on all of these champs because The Head of Mischief is like 220. I want to be outpacing the Head of Mischief, so I'm going 260 speed on my Rector. I'm going to put her in regen gear because she's actually someone that I need to keep alive so that she can revive other people. So we're going to go regen set. And then other than that, I just want it to be pretty damn tanky and stay alive. So we're going to go a good amount of health, perhaps a bit more than that actually, and a good amount of defense. This is like an old school clan boss build really, apart from it's in regen set. So that's my Rector. My Royal Guard, I'm going to go full nuke. So I still want to be pretty quick. 220 I'm going to go. I want to have... I still want accuracy because I want to land his decreased speed if I can. Decreased speed, I've not spoken about it, is actually a really good debuff to land on Hydra. So you can place a decreased speed. There's some champions that do it AoE. You might actually think to yourself, maybe I bring one person with a decreased speed and then I bring a debuff spreader as an option. I've been kind of thinking about Harkened Greatblade as maybe a good option for that. But we're going to go 100% crit rates and we're going to go build for damage. I do still want some defensive stats. I'm going to say 3k defense, a minimum 40k HP. I don't want, I'm actually going to tell it, don't go giving me an attack percent chest. I want an HP or a defense percent chest for this build. Just so that I pull my defense. I don't need loads of attack. And the optimizer kind of will push me towards attack. So Royal Guard build. My God Seeker is actually already really well built because she's in my current clan boss team. So in terms of, so I'm not going to optimize her for this, but I'll just show you her current. In fact, I need to do that to show you her stats. Current equipment. She's at 260 speed, 100% crit rate, good defense, good health. So she actually hits really hard. I guess I do need some accuracy in her build though, actually. So I need to pick her accuracy up. All I'll do is in-game, I'll change this defense banner into an accuracy banner, and then I'll get myself up to that couple of hundred that I want. But yeah, her build's already solid, so we'll leave hers as is. Madame, currently built for the arena. We're going to push her into a Hydra clan boss build. So she's currently built with tons of accuracy. I'm going to bring it down more like 200, like we've seen already. We're going to go fast again. So I want her definitely to be faster than my Royal Guard so that I place decreased defense before his slam goes out. And I want to do that slam before everything gets cleansed off. So we're going to try and go early damage instead of wait for the double cleanse and then start putting stuff out. I'm going to go early hits. I mean, other than that, I kind of just want to rotate her speed as quickly as I can. So I want it to be fast, perhaps up to a maximum of 300. I guess there's no reason not to bring 100% crit rate. And then I just want to build for EHP, which is survivability. I think as well, I might bring her also in a regen set. So regen set is very, very useful in this type of fight. Just means there's less people you need to concentrate on with healing. So Madame will be loving that. So regen set on Madame. Mordecai, we need to land his burns. So I'm going to pick his accuracy up just a touch more, 250. Again, we're going to go for a good crit rate, and then we're going to build for survivability. 250 speed should be enough. And Seeker, I just want to be quick. I want to be quick and have good survivability. So we're actually going to go to 70 speed here. You don't need it to be as quick as this for hard, honestly. I'm just trying to think of some good builds that would pop up. I don't need any accuracy in this build, so there's no point in that. All I want really is a decent amount of survivability and health, and then we're going to build for damage. So Seeker can hit really hard, so we're going to build him to hit hard as well. And I think that is it. So I'm going to hit the optimize button, see what it pops back, and then let's see what we do. Okay then, build to pop back. So we're basically stealing a bunch of the regen gear as we thought we would. 260 odd speed. It's basically, look, it's picked out what I wanted it to do. Regen set, damage set, 280% crit damage with a couple of hundred accuracy. HP is actually still low. See what it's done here? The optimizer, because I've built for damage, it's picked my attack up on my Royal Guard. All I'll do is I'll just change something up here to make sure that I get my health instead of all of this attack that it's throwing in right now. So we can try to change that up a little bit. I might just do an individual build for him. Madame, regen set, good speed. Yeah, looks nice. Mordecai, got my speed, got my health, defense, looks solid. And then my Seeker, pretty high damage, still with my defense and health. Looks solid. Okay, cool. I'm going to build these out, and then we're going to take it for a run. Right then, let's show off the team. So, Godseeker, as I say, left in current build. So, good amount of health, good amount of defense, pretty quick, and then some damage. I've got accuracy in the build now, and we've got War Master as the main mastery. We've then got Madame, who I've moved to War Master as the main mastery, just to get a bit of damage out of her kit, because I don't need her accuracy so crazy. Regen set with perception. And again, good defensive stats, good speed, good accuracy. We have got Mordecai now with War Master. Not that that matters a lot, because he's only got one ability that actually hits, and this is A1. So literally, if you're struggling with accuracy on someone like a Mordecai, just go for the accuracy mastery tree. Forget any sort of damage. I have gone where I can in this whole build with refresh accessories, because that would be really cool to get your main abilities back more often. I don't have that many, honestly. I should have more than I have. I'm lazy. I didn't buy them all the time. My bad. We've got a little bit of immortal gear on just for a small heal when he gets his turn. Pretty quick. Lands his abilities. So Mordecai, good to go. Rector, regen set. Couple of refresh accessories here. That could be awesome for her Veil ability, because we can't keep it up the whole time. Fast, got some accuracy to land the decreased attack if she can. Otherwise, just good survivability. And again, War Master. So with Rector's Masteries then, we've got, I'll show you this one actually, normal kind of War Master style build. On the support side, I've gone for extra healing down the left-hand side. I've gone for rapid response, which gives me more turn meter when our buffs drop off. Hopefully cycling back round to those buffs again as quickly as we can. This is different to what we normally do with a speed tuning clan boss, because we understand how the clan boss speed moves much better than we do with Hydra. So at the moment, there's no kind of supporting tools like the Deadwood Jedi stuff to help us with speed tunes. Therefore, I'm going to try and push turn meter where I can. And Cycle of Magic gives us that chance of getting the A2 back more often. So that's why I've taken that one. Who else we got left? We have got Seeker. War Master Mastery, General Build. Again, one refresh accessory, which is as much as I could do. Royal Guard, I just switched a couple of pieces from what the optimizer suggested to get his health up a touch. But we do have good crit rate, good crit damage. He's probably going to need to be revived a couple of times. His masteries I left as they were, which was a flawless execution. Maybe I should have gone War Master. Maybe I'll get more damage out of War Master. I've just kind of left it for now. We shall play around with it and see. But that is the squad. Let's see what we can do against this Hydra. Okay, let's do this Hydra on hard. I can start off on auto because I've got all my abilities kind of preset to do what I want them to do. Going to get a bit of damage away. Burns away early. Even though it's going to be cleansed, I might as well get the early kind of ticks of damage. Early nuke from Royal Guard. So we're going to get like 1 million odd damage away before they start doing their shenanigans back to us. And then I think with this type of boss, you kind of like flip between auto and manual, honestly. So you kind of, you can play it through, but then you're going to need to intervene when some of the heads start to eat your champions or what have you. Or, you know, you get things like the shields coming up. So you kind of just need to click in now and then. But I think for most of this fight, I can do it auto. Let's see if we can get, I don't know, maybe like a 10 million key from an all epics on hard without using any of that sort of Shamael shenanigans. I'm going to let it run through. You're going to hear some music from Soundstripe. They're a sponsor of the channel. Let's just see if I can target here. They're a sponsor of the channel. Basically, they do royalty-free music. I use them for all of my streaming. I use them for my YouTube videos as well. You can use a code down below, Hell Hades, and get 15% off any subscriptions that they have. But yeah, pretty damn cool. We'll let it play through. Let's see how it does.
Here we go now. Here we go now.
Well, there you go. Look, full auto run. We've hit 8 million damage. It's not bad, but it does go to show how hard Hydra is, honestly, because these champions are all geared really well. They're all kind of in the team for the right reasons, but it's not until you kind of step up to legendary style champions to upgrade their kits that you really start to get crazy damage. And you know, I'm honestly not seeing many Shamael, non-Shamael teams which are kind of, you know, not crazy legendaries doing a lot more. So I guess let me know your thoughts below. Who would you pick above these if you were trying to build like an all epic squad to do this? Perhaps even like 1 tier hard. Have you seen it done? And if you have, like, which teams are kind of doing it for you? But hopefully this gives you some ideas at least of how you could build your teams, the type of champions that can do some work. And bearing in mind that was a full auto run, at least I'm not kind of sitting here clicking all over the place. Anyway, I've been Hell Hades. I will see you later.